It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Neon Raptor Brewing Company. Now, I've heard some great things about this brewery over the last few months. I've drank some of their beer before. Some of their beers have been absolutely terrific. In fact, probably most of their beers have been absolutely terrific. But it's only been the last few months where I've drank in, say, my local craft beer bar, Craft Republic. And they've raved about, the owner, Tim, has raved about Neon Raptor. He said their beers are terrific. And he's had about 2 of their beers on the taps there. Same again, I was in Brewdog just over a month ago. I picked up this can and the guy behind the counter in the bar said, "That's amazing, you should buy that." So I have. So it looks like Neon Raptor Brewing Company are doing some terrific things in the world of craft beer. This is Tugboat 2000. It's a walnut, chocolate and vanilla Imperial Stout at 12% ABV. It's a 440 milliliter or 440 milliliter can, as I like to call it. It says on the side of the can, "Please enjoy responsibly." I will. Don't you worry about it. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Look at this liquid. I'm going to pour it from a height. Look at that. Look at that. The way. Oh, that head. The head on that beer is just delightful, isn't it? It's got that kind of, I haven't said this for about 6 or 7 years, but it's got that kind of Scandinavian style Imperial Stout head to it. Look at that. So the reason why I say Scandinavian style Imperial Stouts, Imperial Porters, is because I went through a phase. I was being sent beer from Sweden. Lovely bloke called Johan sending me beers from Sweden. And he was sending me some of the finest Swedish stouts, Norwegian stouts that he could get his hands on. And so one of the beers off the top of my head was Lervig's Conrad Stout. And there was another from a company called Mohawk in Sweden. I think it was called Snowball Stout. That was another one. But what I recognised in the beers is that they had these really tight tan coloured heads on them. And the beer was always jet black in the glass. And that always got me excited because I knew straight away that the beer was going to be terrific. And just looking, if you want to rewind a little bit this video, I suppose the word is skip back these days, isn't it? Not rewind. I'm talking about, there's me talking like video cassette days, eh? When you press rewind on the video. Just skip back the video, maybe 20, 30, 40 seconds, and you'll see that head, that tight, thick. Look at the way that beer looks as I rock it back and forth in the glass. I'll be able to show you a little bit more of that later on when I can be a bit more rigorous with it. I suppose we got to drink some first, but look at that. The body on that beer is incredible. Jet black beer in the glass. Let's get the aroma. This just smells dreamy. There's roasted malt coming through. There's walnut coming through. Of course, I'm having a little bit of a read on the side of the can. Chocolate and vanilla. Some of you will know that I always struggle with vanilla. It's one of those flavours. I'm very open, I'm very honest about it. I know I like something in the beer, but I can't necessarily pick out vanilla until it's pointed out to me. Now I've read it on the side of the can. It's obvious it's vanilla. It smells delicious, it really does. I'm going to dive in. Cheers, everybody. Wow. Absolutely wow. Wow, wow, wow. The important thing for me about this beer is that, first and foremost, it's still an Imperial Stout. You get really good qualities of roasted malt. In that roasted malt, you get bitter dark chocolate, a little bit of sweet caramel, and some wonderful coffee flavours coming through. There's a nice bitterness that's just slowly built on the palate. And I'm talking, it's taken 20 seconds to get to this point where I can talk about a fabulous rolling bitterness. How they've balanced this beer, how they've been able to get the right amount of, let's say, sweetness, is tremendous. They've managed to, sometimes these New World stouts, these New World IPAs, these New World beers can be far too sweet. I don't like sweet beer, I really don't. They've managed to get a level of sweetness in here that doesn't make the beer too cloying. It doesn't make the beer too sweet and synthetic. They've managed to get this beer perfectly in tune, where yes, there's a lot of the sweetness in the beer offsets a lot of the bitterness. And for people who don't like an awful lot of bitterness in a stout, in an Imperial Stout, this will work for them. But likewise, there's enough bitterness in the beer that it makes people like me happy, that they still like bitterness in roasted malt bitterness. I still like roasted malt bitterness in my stouts. Of course I do. Of course I do. This beer has the potential to keep people who like sweet beers happy, and it has the potential to keep people who like bitter stouts happy. All in the same glass. All in the same glass. And that for me is magical. It's absolutely magical. So there we are. Hit of sweetness coming through. You're about to go, oh, it's a bit cloying. But no. In this taste, there's coconut, vanilla, chocolate. The sweetness was there. Don't get me wrong, but your mind's distracted by it. Your mind's going over to vanilla and chocolate. And now, I'm thinking roasted malt, chocolate, coffee, caramel, beautiful roasted flavours. It's got a terrific, thick, creamy mouthfeel to it. This is a very clever beer. I promised you once I started to drink some of this beer, I'll be able to roll it around in the glass for you just to show you. Whoop, throwing it around a bit too much. Just to show you the head retention, just to show you that head building up again. That beautiful, look at that beer as I'm rocking it back and forth. That is just incredible, isn't it? Wow. And the alcohol by volume. The alcohol by volume has been hidden away by the sweetness in the beer. Absolutely has. So let's give it a read. I picked it up in Brewdog in Cardiff. I think it cost me £6 or £7 for the can. I think it's a really decent price, considering bar prices, pretty decent. Following a near fatal run in with the law, Friar Tuck gets a robotic upgrade and a thirst for vengeance. Boasting a powerful upstairs alley, Tuckbot 2000 shows no mercy to those seeking to destroy all that is sacred in Sherwood. Walnut, chocolate and vanilla. Personal Jesus by the Mathematics. Okay. They're from... No, they're not from Chambly in France. That's the EU address. They're from Sneinton Market in Nottingham. Nottingham craft beer then, Tuckbot 2000, unbelievable beer. Pick it up from Neon Raptor's website or pick it up from Brewdog. I think it's terrific, I really do. I think it's absolutely wonderful. I'm going to rate it. Look at that beer. Looks good, smells good, tastes incredible. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 beer from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!